Hey, this is my first video. In this vid, I'm gonna be reviewing the anime Romantic Killer released on Netflix on October 27, 2022. So, Romantic Killer is taken from manga volumes named the same, written and illustrated by Wataru Momose. It has 4 volumes, it's not complete, and Netflix has taken all the stories from all 4 volumes and made them anime Romantic Killer. Now let's jump into the story. Firstly, we get introduced to our female lead Anzu, who's a dedicated gamer and a chocolate and cat lover. She's not like other girls. No, seriously, she's not. She had played video games as long as she remembers. From her childhood, she played video games with boys her age and she never had any interest in romance or boys romantically. It might seem like, yeah, every other unique FL OMG. Trust me, at first I thought this too, but as episodes went by, you'll realize she's actually being her genuine self, and she's just a bit different. Yeah, every other anime trying to show a different devil, they're like that. Remember Tomo from Tomo-chan wa Onna-no-ko? She was totally manly, stronger than most men and does karate. But she was still at the end being her genuine self. But that's not my point. Now that leads to the next important thing I wanted to point out from this anime. See, this anime isn't just another high school rom-com anime. While starting to watch it from episode 1, I slowly started to think, what if it's a satire anime? Like maybe by exaggerating other very common and cliche plots, it'll make you realize how crazy they are. I just thought it's just mainly a satire anime which is trying to mock other cliche plots by portraying basic male leads and a different female lead. Obviously, anyone watching this can easily point out the satire in this. Like seriously, how many emos does it have? The way they gotta kickstart the satire, the way of starting the exaggeration, the wizard named Riri brings all types of possible cliche male leads there is in the anime world one by one. 1. Kazuki, who's real quiet, avoids girls, good in nature and skillful, and most importantly, popular among girls. A perfect Ikemen. Anywhere he goes, girls notice him, whom the female lead meets in a cliche way, which is dropping his phone accidentally. All this is happening because the wizard from a magic world is bound to make Anzu fall in love with someone. Moving forward, no matter her efforts of ignoring him once, twice,
ありがとうございます。ぶつかっちゃってごめんなさい。じゃ
thrice,
あいや平気なんで。あいつの思い通りになってたまるか。
fourth time,
教えてくれてありがとう。
いらない。
スマホも壊しちゃったし、仮まみれすぎる。やっぱいいです。
but she eventually meets him again while being a damsel in distress. Cliche. After he helps her from the rain and the cockroach situation, he eventually ends up in her house living with her.
もしよかったら弁償代として1ヶ月家に泊めるってのはどうだ
Also a part where they try to show how he reacts around attention from females and gets triggered because of a past trauma, which will be consoled and resolved by the female lead. Typical deep story.
俺に関わるな見るなつかさく来るな
Secondly comes our second ML, the childhood friend Akajunta. When we're trying to combine every common rom-com anime plot there is, we can't possibly leave behind the childhood friend. See, he's clearly into Anzu, he's reliable, he's an athlete, a hard worker, he's strong, and will jump into any danger to save Anzu. And will also get a bit jealous.
好きなやつの家によく知らないのがいたら不安だろうけど好きなやつっていやそうなんだろうっそ俺そんな顔に出てるもしかしてあいつにもバレてるのか大丈夫じゃねえあいつ鈍感そうだし
シュンタもしかして今の見た
大丈夫
女の子の一人暮らしは何かと心配ですしお邪魔しましたお約束
疲れきれにさせないぞ。あんずを抱きしめてたの未だに泣くからな。
Thirdly comes our reach out of touch male lead again. Can't leave out any cliche man out there. Our boy Hijiri Kogane comes in with his car crashing with our Anzu-chan. And because our girl won't give any attention, Hijiri gets into, oh, she's not like other girls, away and tries to impress her in many ways. Ultimately, our girl gives in, but in a friendly way, cause remember, she's not an apple in a typical anime. Fourthly comes another childhood friend whose feelings get revealed while meeting again after a while. Another typical plotline, named Ryuya, where both the female and the male lead grow up competing with each other and eventually fall in love. It could be a well made love triangle between two types of childhood friends being in love with the same girl, except one of them is an asshole. So he could be a potential candidate for Riri to root for more, but he didn't become one for that. Though he wasn't totally cut off after a one episode screen time, I think if this anime gets another season, he'll make a good comeback. Fifthly, Ryo Fushigi, basically the male form of Riri. Ryo isn't exactly a candidate, but some moments made me think otherwise. Not gonna lie, I was kinda shook, but in a good way. Gave me a bit of butterflies. At one point, I started to think Riri actually started to fall for her. But I guess it's all platonic since Anzu has this charm of making good friends of everyone.
僕はこれでさよならアンズちゃん
At first, I thought it was a complete satire anime. I also doubted if it's a complete satire or they're trying to show a cliche story in a way where it's not actually the story but created by a wizard to give it a comedic touch, making all the cliches come to life for an unromantic non-heroine female lead, while Anzu rejecting everything makes it 10 times funnier. But as episodes went by, I realized that it's an actual plot where they're trying to show some actual stories while unraveling some serious but not put much attention to it issues of anime society or society in general. Like the time when girls didn't care about Saki's inner feelings and always talked about how she gets all the attention from boys because she's attractive and wished they were like her. When another famous senior guy approached her, they automatically thought that they'd date without considering how Saki might be feeling. Even though they were friends, when the senior guy named Mori accused Saki of stuff, they questioned her, unlike Anzu, who stood up for Saki, understood her feelings, and always tried to know Saki's feelings.
振られた腹いせに嘘の噂広めるのやめてくださいすっごいダサいです
何？俺マジで殴られたんだけど。
それは先輩がサキちゃんの気持ちを待たずに
Another time, she also respected Kazuki's decision of not wanting to date at the moment, so she didn't agree to set up Kazuki and Rena when they demanded so. Another cliche I thought they were trying to show was with Makoto and Saki, how he's the good guy Saki needs, but the way that his character was portrayed was unpretentious. When he got to know about Anzu and Kazuki unlike usual friends, he didn't tease him for it. Instead, he naturally became friendly with Anzu. He's simple and considerate. Unlike other side male friend characters, he doesn't go crazy when seeing a cute female. He treats Saki very normally and politely as anyone should. Even when her ex was there in the festival and she was uncomfortable, he didn't try to be a hero and save her by saying that he's her BF. Instead, he was being a friend in need. He made her feel comfortable. Yeah, you could say that's still cliche. Well, not that overbearing, so it's fine. It's kind of refreshing to be honest.
辛いのかなと思っておせっかいだったありがとう
わっ、本当に明太子トッピングあった。
あっちに並ぼう
They showed that Anzu has this charm where she befriends people easily and motivates them to be better people. They didn't just throw a female lead in a not like other girls light with some video games and non-girly mannerism. They portrayed an actual personality and a friend everyone should be and everyone needs. They tried to show her in a lame way about her outfits and style, differentiating her from other girls, but loving cats and wearing cat-printed outfits are feminine in itself because it's cute. They showed that not only girls but also boys can be victims of unwanted attention followed by creeps and stalkers that can make life hell. All they would need is a person standing beside them who'll understand and trust them. In this way, boys watching this would also understand the trauma of stalking. The way they portrayed all those issues wasn't overbearing or too dramatic at all. Kind of felt realistic. They also showed how the stalker was a person too with mental issues created by her workplace, suddenly putting light on another issue with society. How that can ruin not once but multiple people's lives around them. At the end, they showed another wizard for the stalker, meaning everyone in life needs someone by their side that they can rely on and love. Everyone needs romance. Lol. Another cliche was the jealous girls, but I guess being a high school rom-com anime it is, some cliches will always be there. Though it was a serious plot, we can't deny that it didn't try to show some obvious satire. To be honest, can't deny its real comedy timings. Like this one, where she sees Momohiki in her dream and Momohiki becomes a muscle man, like the gym advertisement, and then she gets into herself and realizes it was a dream. Or when she punches Riri to the ceiling. Or when Kazuki wakes her up.
マジでやばい。こんなに寝坊したの初めて。ないから。思わずグーパンしそうになった。抑えろ。私の不注意でこうなったんだ。逆じゃボケ。おーい。何メートル上から目線？宇宙行ってるわ。
I also went to Reddit for his discussion thread, but this guy Piro just can't get over the fact that they didn't show proper romance. All he wanted was romance. Look here. Here. And also here. Lol. I kinda agree with other comments. I also kinda get what he's trying to mean. It almost feels like he's not trying to get the main point of the anime. This anime wasn't all about romance and a romantic build-up. It was about something more, like the social issues. They try to show an overall story about every part. To me, it wasn't a typical anime, but it wasn't the wannabe different anime either. It was a different anime with all its funs and games. Although it wasn't an out-of-the-box anime, but it was kinda realistic. Don't get me wrong, like every show, it has some pros and cons. The cons are you to get some obvious stuffs, like when the girls in Ansu's class were in a way that she knew so many hot guys. It was boring, but otherwise it was a pretty good and interesting anime as it included a magic world too. Conclusion, this anime tried to show a lot, for which salute to the brilliant author. Want more seasons of this anime. It was an amazing and fun experience, but saw other people saying it got cancelled for whatever reasons. I found the author's Twitter account somewhere and went to the ID, but since all of it was in Japanese, it was tough for me to understand anything, so I couldn't get any info on possible next seasons. Well, anyways, we've come to the end of this video. This is all I wanted to say. See you in the next video. Bye!
パンパクパーンおめでとうございます